Three types of database tables are transparent tables, pool table, and cluster table. Now, what is the difference between a transparent table, pool table, and cluster table? Whenever we are discussing about the architecture of SAP, what we have discussed is SAP has its own database as well
Yeah.
as SAP has a main database. SAP is using a main database, right?
Yes, sir.
Now, you are creating some tables in SAP, right? Like what is Jet Bank table or student table or department table, whatever you are creating. By default, all those tables are transparent tables. When you go to the SE11 transaction, give the table name, click on display. On the top, you can see the transparent table. Okay, so transparent table means whatever the structure you will create. Say for example, I have created a Jet Bank table with some four fields. The same Jet Bank table will also exist in the main database. Assume that this is a SAP database. This is main database. That means Oracle database or SQL database. So whatever the table you have created, maybe Z student, a same with the same name, with the same structure, one table will be created here also. Okay, so please make a note. Make a note. In case of transparent tables,
Okay, sir.
say that a table will be created in the main database. A table will be created in the main database with the same structure, with the same structure, with the same number of fields, with the same number of fields. When the table is activated, when the table is activated. Okay, then the next one is pool table. So example of cluster see there are three different kinds of database tables. So in your interview, these questions will be asked. What are the different kinds of database tables, and what is the exactly difference? How you will handle it in program? Handling in the program is same. That means there is no change. Same select query you will write for the transparent table. Same select query you will also write for the cluster and pool tables. So there is no difference in writing the select query, but theoretically there is some difference which I am going to tell you. Okay, just to attend your interview purpose. Then the next one is a pool table. Pool table is a very small tables. That means pool tables are very small tables. Say for example, in the SAP, I will create pool table 1, pool table 2, and pool table 3. So assume that I have three pool tables. Pool table 1, pool table 2, and pool table 3. This is SAP database. That means data dictionary level, S11 transaction level. So all these pool tables together called table pool. So all these pool tables together called table pool. One table pool reflects one table in the main database. So this is the concept of pool tables. Okay, I'll repeat. In case of transparent table, if we create one table in the SAP database, the same structure with the same name will be created in the main database also. This is SAP. Assume that this line is this line is dividing. The above one is SAP database, the below one is the main database. Now whenever you create a table in SAP database, the same name, same fields will be created here. Now that is case of transparent table. Next one is pool tables. Pool tables are very small tables. So if I create some 10 to 20 pool tables, P1, P2, P3 and P20 like that, all those pool tables as a group called table pool. One table pool corresponds to one main table in the main database. Okay, so that is the concept of pool tables. Please make a note. So what you can write is, pool tables are small tables (30 to 40 pool tables together is called as table pool. 30 to 40 pool tables together called as a table pool. One table pool represents one table in main database. One table pool represents one table in main database. So can you give me some examples of this transparent table? Means what you can say? Z student or any G table which you create. Mara is a table. Have you done any program with Mara? Have you done any program with MAKT? All these tables are transparent tables. And pool tables, you can see example of pool table is T040. Check this. This is a pool table. Next one is a cluster table. Cluster table, here I am putting the picture, but exactly this picture will not resemble the cluster table. Only to give some idea, I am giving this picture on the Excel. Assume this is C1, C2, C3, and one more important point is, pool tables are used to store logical data like screen sequences. Pool tables are used to store logical data like screen flow and screen sequences. So next kind of table is a cluster table. Cluster tables are very huge bulk tables, big tables. A cluster tables will generally stores the data like program. If you are writing a program, what I can say is this program code, source code, whatever we write, that source code will also go and store in some table, right? So the source code may be of 1000 lines at some 2000 lines. So those data will be stored in the cluster table. So the program data, whatever we are creating, or the data which is very big, very bulk in volume, that will go and store in cluster tables. Fine. So for example of the cluster table is, you can go and see in SE11 BSEG. BSEG is the example for the cluster table. So now what I can do, what I can say here is, see here what I told, P1, P2, P3 are the pool tables. Several pool tables together form as a table pool. But in case of cluster tables, several logical rows from different cluster tables form together as a table cluster. What is this logical rows? I'll repeat. In case of pool table, several pool tables together form as a table pool. But in case of cluster tables, several logical rows from different cluster tables form together as a table cluster. What is the several logical rows from different cluster table? If C1 is one different cluster table, C2 is another different cluster table, C3 is another different cluster table. Okay. So now
Yes.
C1 is storing some report related data, C2 is storing some account related data, C3 is storing some other transactional related data, something else. Now what will happen whenever you write the program, what is the source code will be compressed and given with a ID. So this ID will form a logical row in the table, particular table. So this kind of rows, several logical rows in different cluster table together form as a table cluster. A one table cluster will represents one table in the main database. So that is the flow, that is the sequence which will be followed in case of cluster tables. So you can write down, cluster tables are used to store large volume of data. Example, program source code, accounting headers, so in you can write the table BSEG. You can go to the S11 and see BSEG, that is a cluster table. And in the next line you can write several logical rows of different cluster tables formed together as a table cluster.
Okay, sir.
One table cluster represents one table in main database. One table cluster represents one table in main database. But select queries, everything are same for all these types of tables. No changes in select queries, no change in fields, no change in technical settings, nothing differs. Only types differs theoretically.
Okay, sir. Sir, can you define pool tables once again?
Pool table, several pool tables together form as a table pool.
In main database.
No. In SAP database itself, several pool tables together form as a table pool.
Okay, sir.
One table pool represents one table in the main database.
One table pool represents one table in main database.
Yeah.
Okay, sir.
Okay. Mm, let's see. Fine. We will discuss some more important theoretical part because still SAP is not working. So now we have seen different types of database tables.
Database.
Now we are going to discuss about the different types of internal tables. Different types of internal tables. You can make a note that based on a header line, internal tables are classified into two types. Based on header lines, internal tables are classified into two types. First one is internal table with header line. Second one, internal table without header line. So there are two types of internal tables with respect to header line. What is this header line? Header line is nothing but a work area. Header line is nothing but a work area.
Okay, sir.
So now if I want to declare a structure, how will I declare? Types begin of some stru. Here I will say name of length some 10, type C, age of 10, age I will say some 2, type N, and account number type type I'll give N, account number also N, I'll give some digits, some 10 digits account number is there, assume. So assume that this is a structure. Now I am declaring a work area, data, work area, type stru. Okay. So then what will happen? A work area will be created with these three fields, right? So how we will assume that? So it will be like this: work area with three fields, three empty boxes. First box name is name, second box is age, third box is the other one. What is that? Account number, ACCNO. So like this, it will be formed. I want to declare an internal table. How I will declare? Data, I tab, type, table of stru. Okay, when I say this, internal table I tab is generated with this. I tab is the name, And how we will assume the structure like this, right? This is a internal table. This is work area. This part you know already. Work area can store only one record. Internal table can store multiple records. Now this, if you declare declaration like this, that means you declare work area separately and internal table separately, then this kind of declaration is called internal table without header line. So we have two types of internal tables, I told you, right? Internal table with header line and internal table without header line. So this is an internal table. That means if you declare internal table like this, then you can imagine structures like this, and work area is separate. Work area name is WA, internal table is name is ITAB. So this kind of declaration is called internal table with explicit work area or internal table without header line. If you declare this, this is called internal table without header line. Please make a note. So this is the declaration of internal table with explicit work area. Explicit work area means what? Work area name is different, internal table name is different, because in the next case we are going to see work area name also will be the same, internal table name also will be the same. Okay, so this is the internal table with explicit work area. Now the next one is internal table with header line. If you declare something like this, data ITAB 1 type table of STRU with header line. If you write a syntax like this, ITAB 1 will be an internal table which is having header line also. Header line means, what is meant by header line? Work area. Header line is nothing but a work area. So now you can imagine a structure like this now. So what I can say is the total together, the name of this is ITAB 1. Work area, this is the first line is a work area. The remaining lines is body. Here internal table body is ITAB. Work area name is WA. But here the totally it is called as ITAB 1. Work area all name also ITAB 1, body name also ITAB 1. But the first line will act as work area. It's a declaration of internal table with header line. So now see, if you are declaring like this, ITAB separately created, work area separately created. So this is called explicit work area. But if you declare your syntax like this, ITAB 1 type table of STRU with header line, then it will be created like this. The total entity name is ITAB 1, work area also ITAB 1, body name also ITAB 1. So if you want to write the syntax, if you want to put some records into the work area, how to do it? You need to say ITAB 1 hyphen name is equal to some name Raju. ITAB 1 hyphen S is equal to say you can do age is equal to some 24. ITAB 1 hyphen account number is equal to So some 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 5, 4. So some account number. So then what will happen? If you write like this, Raju will come here. 24 will come here. And account number will come and sits here. After that, what we need to do? Append. Say for example, I want to put the content, work area content into the internal table. Generally here in this case, how we will do? We will say work area hyphen name is equal to Raju. Work area name hyphen age is equal to 24. Work area hyphen account number is equal to something. Then what we will do? Append work area to itab. That's how we will write the syntax. But here we will write append itab 1 to itab 1, because the work area name is itab 1, internal table body name also itab 1. Okay, so this is the syntax. But whenever your work area name and body name is same, no need to give the 2. You can just say append itab. System will understand that you are going to append itab 1 to itab 1. So this is enough. If work area's name is different, itab name is different, then what you need to say? Append work area to itab. But in this case, SAP will understand that you already filled the work area for itab 1 and you are going to append it. So you have written append itab 1. Got it? Similarly, if you want to loop at itab, in this case, how we will do? Say now, loop at itab into work area. This is the syntax and loop. So inside this loop and end loop, you will write some write statement, or you can do some select statement or something. But in our case, in itab 1, the second case, you can say loop at itab 1 into itab 1 itself, but work area name and table name both are same, so no need to give into. You can simply say loop at itab. It will work. Okay, so that is the difference between an internal table with header line, internal table without header line. So as of now, SAP is recommending to have internal table without header line. So the second this kind of internal table with header line, SAP is not recommending this. SAP will always recommend this kind of thing. Work area name separate, itab name separate. Because as day by day SAP is going towards Unicode concept. Unicode means we are going towards, SAP is going towards object oriented approach. Oops ABAP concept. Oops ABAP concept will not accept an internal table with header line. So SAP is gradually eliminating the internal table with header line concept, and it's going towards internal table with explicit header line. Fine. So got it clear? In case of internal table with header line, internal table work area, internal table body will have same name. Which is efficient. Explicit work area is efficient. Okay, so remember this. There are several other ways to declare, like see, for example, I have declared itab type table of stru. I can also declare like this: data internal table like Mara occurs 0 with header line. This is also one kind of declaration. If I declare like this, then also one internal table with the name itab will be created with header line. Okay, so there are different types of syntaxes are there. This is one kind of syntax. This is another kind of syntax to achieve the same thing. So like that, there are different kind of syntaxes are there. The syntaxes I will tell you in the next class. What are the different syntaxes to declare one table as a internal table with header line, to declare one table as a internal table without header line. That syntaxes I will tell you again once again. So okay, as of now,
Okay,
you
sir.
just understand the concept. What is the internal table with header line? What is the internal table without header line?
Okay, sir.
Okay, then the next thing is based on the sorting technique. In the next line, you can write down. So now we have seen the internal tables based on the header line. Now in the next line, you can write based on the sorting techniques. Based on the sorting techniques, internal tables can be divided into three types. Internal tables can be divided into three types. So first one is standard internal tables. Second one is sorted internal table. And next one is a hashed internal table. So based on the sorting technique, what is this sorting technique? And in the next line, you can also make a note that by default, any internal table is a standard internal table. By default, any internal table is a standard internal table. Say for example, that means what I'm going to say is, if I declare like this, data itab type table of stru, then the internal table whatever going to create, that is a standard internal table. Otherwise, you can also declare like this, data itab type standard table of stru. You can also add this standard keyword. If you will not add this keyword also, then also it's a standard internal table. So now what is this standard internal table? For example, there are now this internal table has age, a field age is there, no? So now age is there, 22 is there, 23 is there, 24 is there, 25 is there. Like that, there are some several ages are available. I am searching for the age 24. Now I want a record where age is 24. So standard internal table, what it will do? It will first check the first record. Age is 22. Okay, it's not the correct one. Next record 23. It's not the correct one. Next it will come to the 24. It will go record by record, record by record. If your internal table has some 10,000 records, how much time it will take to fetch that 10,000 record, right? It will take more time. So standard internal tables will follow the linear search algorithm. Linear search means one by one, one by one. So it will take more time. You can write down. Standard internal tables will follow the linear search algorithm. Okay, the searching time is proportional to the number of records. Searching time is proportional to the number of records. Next one is sorted internal table. So how to declare a sorted internal table? See here, you can say itab type sorted table of stru. You can declare like this. Okay. So when you declare a sorted internal table, you need to mention unique key and non-unique key. What is this unique key and non-unique key? Unique key means, yeah, you are making the internal table with the primary key indirectly. Means, say for example, I will make name, here I will declare itab type sorted table of structure, unique key name, non-unique key is. Okay, then what will happen? Unique key name I have told. For example, I will give Ram here. So this Ram should not repeat again because Ram is unique key. I have mentioned the name as unique key. So that means one record should appear. That means with the name only one time. So if you are trying to append with the same name once again, it will go for a short dump. It will not accommodate once again. Okay, and sorted internal table, the speciality is the table is automatically sorted based on the unique key field. Okay, say for example, I'll made here itab by sorted internal table of itab type sorted internal table of stru, unique key is. I'll put unique key is. Then what will happen? Even though if my internal table has a 22 here, 21 here, 25 here, and 19 here, the table will be sorted based on what's happened. The table will be sorted. The records will be automatically get sorted. So 19 will go first, then 21 will go, then 22 will come, 25 will come. The table will automatically get sorted if you declare it internal table as sorted internal table. The next difference is sorted internal table will follow the binary search algorithm. Sorted internal table will follow the binary search algorithm. What is the sorted internal table? Performance will be more. Yeah, I'll tell you because the searching technique is what is that? Binary search. What is binary search? Any idea? It's divided into two parts. Say for example, I have age 21, 22, 23, and 24. Now I am searching for age 24. Okay. So linear algorithm, how it will come 21, 22, 23, everything it will check and it will come to the 24. Now but binary search, what it will do? It will divide this into two parts, two halves. If the internal table has 4 records, it will divide first 2 records into one thing, second 2 records into another thing. Now it will check. You are looking for age 24. Okay, if the 24 is greater than the first record 23, it will come into this side. If the 24 is less than this, it will come into this side. Okay, so now 24 is greater than 23. It will say again it has 2 records now. At 2 records it will divide into another 2 parts. Further division will be taking place, and like that it will go. So it will be faster when compared to the linear search algorithm. So that is the advantage of binary search. Okay, so performance will be more. The next one is hashed internal tables. Non-unique key, if you mention, means you are accepting duplicate entries with that particular field. Duplicate entries means age 21 is there, again 21 can come. That's what you are saying. If you are mentioning unique key, that means in that field no duplicate entry should be there. Okay, fine. Then which one? It will sort based on the unique. Fine. Then the next one, hashed internal table. So how we will declare the hashed internal table? itab type, instead of sorted here you give hashed internal table. So here there won't be any non-unique key. Hashed internal table strictly follow the unique key. You need to give a unique key syntax here. Hashed internal table should not be declared in that case. Okay. Yeah. So hashed internal table will strictly take this unique key format, and speed is more higher, more reliable. And the thing is, what I'm going to say is there is something called index. Hashed internal table follow the index based sets. Please make a note. Hashed internal table will follow the index based sets. So now I will tell you in the next class. I will tell you in the upcoming classes what is the index, how to read the index, how to get the record based on the index. We will see in the next classes. Hashed internal table will follow the index based sets. Okay. Each and every internal table will have index. Index is nothing but in some other terms, if I want to say the number of the record. See, for example, if this is the first record, the index will be 1. If this is the second record, the index will be 2, something like that. So index will be the position of the record in the internal table, what we can say. How to bring a record based on the index, that we'll see in the next classes. Okay. So fine. So I'll stop here. So maybe tomorrow, if server working fine, we'll go with the programming part. I'll continue tomorrow. For all entries, right? For all entries were in the middle.
Okay.
I'll continue tomorrow.
Okay.